A story about a man who shapes the wind to his own will. Yoshi Toranaga decides the fates of his servants to get the greater good for his country, but as the name suggests, he has his own personal motives.
Obviously.
So let's not take their word for it.
Unprecedented,
Cinematic,
thrilling,
authentic,
powerful,
intense.
But ourselves discover is it as good as they say. Please subscribe and support, share your thoughts on this show and whether you liked it or not. And please leave your feedback on my videos, as what you did and didn't like. I had read the book, so I really looked forward to watching this show when I heard about it. Being a fan of Japanese culture and aesthetics, the TV show fulfills the urges for it. Incredible work. As soon as I started watching the first episode, I couldn't stop. Show consumes you, and you want to get back to that beautiful yet cruel world. The show is very atmospheric, beautiful and intimidating. The show excels in the intense moments, like when Toranaga leaves the Osaka or Crimson Sky episode, or Hiromatsu's death theme, which is freaking intense, so it brings you to the edge of your seat. A sailor after a shipwreck wakes up in Japan.
Where am I?
And while he doesn't know any language or culture and tries to survive, he meets the main character of the story, Yoshi Toranaga, who feels like,
and if you call me a bitch, make sure you put baddest in front of me. Whack ass. My way, or the highway.
And alongside him tells us a story of Toranaga's way to become a shogun. They did a great job of adapting the book and cutting it down to 10 episodes. Thankfully, they didn't spread it for several seasons, so it feels intense and saturated. Where to start? Let's start where they start. Authenticity. From everything I saw and learned from BTS footage, they went the extra mile on this. Hiroyuki Sanada, actor and producer of the show, chose and involved a huge number of Japanese professionals to the show. They had movement advisors, hair and wig experts, stunt coordinators, actors and of course a lot of extras flown from Japan to make this show. They even copied the writing of real people who were the inspiration for the book.
I wanted to see what you'd do, and you didn't disappoint.
Insanely beautiful show. Design decisions, foggy mountains, costumes, camera work and of course VFX combined in a mind-blowing picture on your device. Most of the shots were made in a studio on exceptional sets, but some shots were outside and they look even better. The show's costume designer created hundreds of costumes that bring East and West together. Actors and performers are outstanding. An hour-long video wouldn't be enough to praise every actor who did their best, not mentioning the fact they spent months training in a bootcamp. Blackthorn is very cool from the beginning, being so brave and bold in a hostile environment.
Right, you miserable, sniveling, festering shitrag!
Yabushige is an adorable bastard. Oshiba is terrifying, Mariko is a jewel, and the Lord of Trickery Toranaga is the cherry on top of the show. Later in the show his mastermind is revealed in full scale, when he can sacrifice anyone, even his own son, to get what he wants.
Even to a guy like me, that's cold.
Well, after all this noble philosophy, it's a primal desire for power. Toranaga's greater desire was to become a shogun, no matter what. So a simple idea is in a very complicated execution.
Money is power. Sex is power.
But
Power is power.
A rhythm and intensity is lost in the middle of the show. More like developing character at a slow pace. So even though 7th episode showed how you need to do a flashback, overall it felt like a filler. It's more like a nitpick, but we really lacked some massive battle sequences, cause tension builds but never releases in a full-scale war. And they added for the show, correct me in the comments if I am wrong, visions of Blackthorn back home. It instantly ruined the intrigue of John ever leaving Japan, and all the events from category Right Here Right Now were moved to his flashback. Well, it's open for debate as the historic figure has never returned home, so maybe it was just a dream, but still. The biggest drama TV show. Why we still call it a TV show, as it is streamed online? About Japanese history outside of Japan is definitely worth your attention. Even for people who aren't fans of samurais and katanas, it may be interesting. I found everything I could have hoped for. I rate this 11 out of 12, almost a perfection. A definite masterpiece and highlight of Hiroyuki Sanada's career.